Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are cracking the code on a market that's, let's be honest, both incredibly valuable and notoriously complex. We're talking about China's digital landscape.
So this is the big question, right? How do you even begin to master SEO in a place where everything feels different? The search engines aren't the same, the way people search is different, and you can pretty much throw your usual playbook out the window. And why should you care? Well, it really boils down to numbers like this. This isn't just a big number. It represents the absolutely explosive growth of China's e-commerce way back in 2009. And guess what was driving almost all of it? Search engines. The opportunity is just massive. But, and it's a big but, you have to know the rules of the game.
So if you're an English-speaking pro, where do you even start? You need a key, right? Well, today we're going to take you on a tour of what many consider the key to this market. It's a book called SEO Practical Code by a renowned Chinese expert, Zach. Think of this as a detailed look inside to help you figure out if this is the tool you've been looking for. All right, here's our game plan. We'll touch on who the author is and why he's a big deal, dive into the core SEO basics and the more advanced stuff, and then wrap up with why this book could be a game changer for you. Let's get into it. Okay, first up, the author and the endorsement. Let's talk about establishing authority. Why should you listen to this guy, and what makes this book so special? So the author is a guy named Zach, or Zan Hui, and he's not just some random consultant. He is a foundational figure in Chinese SEO. He started a blog called SEO Every Day all the way back in 2006. So yeah, this isn't just a collection of tips. It's a whole system from someone who was there from the very beginning. He's the real deal, an actual native guide. And check this out. For anyone in the West, this quote right here is the seal of approval. It's from Matt Cutts, the former head of web spam at Google. Having his endorsement right in the preface, that's a massive signal of trust. It tells you right away that this book is legit and has something unique to offer. All right, so we've established the book has serious street cred. But what's actually inside? Let's get into the core pillars and how it builds your foundation. The first 5 chapters are all about building that rock-solid foundation. You'll see familiar topics here: keyword research, site structure, on-page stuff. But the key thing is it's not just a rehash of what you already know. It approaches all these universal pillars through a very specific local lens. It's like learning to drive again, but on the other side of the road with totally different traffic signs. And what I think is so great about this book is how practical it is. It's not just a bunch of high-level theory. Take keyword research, for instance. In Chapter 3, it doesn't just say, go research your competitors. No, it breaks it down into this clear 4-step process that you can literally just follow step by step. And it gets even more hands-on. This focus on practical, usable stuff is everything. He gives you frameworks like this keyword to URL mapping table. This isn't just a suggestion, it's a tool that forces you to be super deliberate and meticulous about your site architecture. It makes you connect every single page to a keyword, giving everything a clear purpose. It's brilliant. Okay, so once you've got that solid foundation, the book really kicks it up a notch. We're moving beyond the basics now into the advanced strategies. And the advanced section is packed. It covers everything from link building to project management and even SEO ethics. But let's be real, for most of us listening, the absolute gold is the deep dive into Baidu-specific ranking factors. That's the stuff you can't easily find anywhere else. And this right here is probably the biggest reason an English speaker would want this book. It puts Baidu and Google head-to-head and breaks down the differences. For example, it gets into how Baidu puts way more weight on your website's homepage authority compared to Google. Little nuggets like that are absolutely critical. Getting this wrong isn't an option if you want to succeed. It's also really smart that he dedicates a whole chapter to the ethics of SEO. White hat versus black hat. In a market that can sometimes feel a bit like the Wild West, understanding the risks of aggressive black hat tactics is so important for building a strategy that's actually going to last. You don't want to get penalized. Okay, let's wrap this up. Why does this book matter? What's the big takeaway here for you? Look, if you're serious about the Chinese market, this book is just a rare find. It's a masterclass on Baidu from a local expert.
It's systematic, it's packed with practical tools, and it gives you that crucial local context you just won't find in English resources. It's the whole package, vetted by people who know what they're talking about. So at the end of the day, you realize this isn't just another book about SEO tactics. It's a strategic roadmap. It takes this huge, intimidating thing, the Chinese digital market, and turns it into something you can actually tackle. It gives you a clear, manageable path forward. And that really brings us back to the big question. Is your SEO strategy ready for this? Getting a look inside a resource like this one really helps you answer that for yourself. It helps you figure out if you're truly prepared to compete, or if maybe, just maybe, you need a guide like this to help you finally unlock the code.